restoration practitioner. Just coming on today to show y'all my new green scrub outfit. I love the candy apple green. But more importantly, I have a very special client coming to me today. It's snowing here in Denver, so everyone's running a little bit behind. So I thought that this would be the perfect time to just come on real quick and get you all prepared for the live for today, which, as you all I hope are starting to realize, is when you join my lives, you're definitely going to learn something, or yeah, learn something that you didn't know prior to viewing my live. So welcome, get in here. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, like, and share, and make sure you go watch all my videos, because now I've embarked on a new journey. I am now a hair and scalp restoration practitioner and educator. I have so much to offer now. I'm getting ready to launch my at-home holistic hair care tutoring services. That's designed to help anybody at home or in a salon, regardless of where you're doing your hair at. I want to help way more people than I'm able to help here in my suite. So I thought I'd come on to introduce the next client that's coming. Her name is Miss Kiki. And what's unique about this client is she's young. She's a young girl. She's in her 20s. And so she has been born into a lot of these marketing myths and ploys that is causing her a struggle with her hair. So a lot of what I do in here is, again, I educate heavily. I don't just hairstyle. I'm not a hairstylist. So we have to talk about the issues, which a lot of clients don't want to talk about. But how are we ever going to get better with what's going on with our hair or our scalp if you're losing your hair or it's not growing, if we're not addressing the behaviors that cause the hair to be that way? Because I know for a fact no one's hair is supposed to be brittle. No one's hair is supposed to be shedding 100 strands a day. That means you're in trouble and you need some hair care instead of your hairstyles that you've been doing. And let's be clear, everyone needs scalp care. This is something that is not being added or administered onto most salon services nowadays. Trust me, I know. I was a stylist for 28 years. So I know exactly how we work. I know exactly how we talk. I know exactly what was going on. So instead of being one of those many individuals, I decided to step out and step up and share the knowledge that I have been blessed to receive. So, Eddie, you better watch your mouth, because you cannot be disrespectful, rude, or distracting in my lives. You're in the presence of a real educator, and I'm a holistic practitioner one at that. So be careful with me as you continue to listen to me, Eddie. I don't want to remove you from my life, so make sure your comments and your engagement is kind, respectful, and positive, okay? So I'm coming on to talk about scalp care because I'm now realizing that there are a lot of individuals in the world right now that are suffering with massive hair loss. Hi, Vaughn! Try! I'm about to finish. Keep saying my name. Okay, Eddie. Okay, Eddie. You must like people saying your name. I'll say it. Especially if you send me some money to my Cash App, which is Tanya Does Hair, LLC, if anybody got some extra money, because I am struggling right now. I have some money problems going on, and I'm not too proud to admit it, because I know a lot of people have some money problems going on. But one thing about me is I'm going to figure it out and turn things around. What's up, tribe? Greetings, everybody. I hope you all have subscribed, because today we're talking about scalp care. And I know that this is something men are not doing. I mean, at least women know to go in and try to get some scalp care. But I also understand that the world is full of all these traditional approaches for the scalp. And listen, everyone, my classes and training are designed to take you beyond beauty school, beyond dermatology, and beyond trichology, because it's a holistic approach that I am now educating on that's going to teach you an Indian massage and a way to remove the buildup, not cover it up with oil. I know a lot of individuals in the world today have been misled to believe that because the oil is making it soggy and then you can't see it with your human eye, have been misled to think that the oil is removing the buildup. No, it's still there. It's just you've added to it and you've now made it soggy. So once scalp buildup becomes soggy, it's no longer able to be lifted because you can only lift scalp buildup when it's in the dry state. So this is just some of the few gems that I drop for you in training, because also another thing I would like to point out in this live today is that, again, there are a lot of individuals suffering massive hair loss. Individuals that are braiding are suffering hair loss. Individuals that are wearing wigs are suffering hair loss. Individuals that are wearing weaves and extensions are suffering hair loss. And I'm here to help us understand shampoos do not cleanse the scalp. Listen, using shampoo with your fingers is just like getting into the shower and putting lotion on your skin. You still got in the shower and you went through the motions, but we all know lotion is not a cleanser. So we all know that oil is not a cleanser, or else we would be spraying oil all over our mirrors, right? See, with me being holistic, everything has to make sense in order for us to truly get better. So, oil is a lubricant. It's not a moisturizer. It's not a hair softener. It's not a dandruff remover either. It is an itch soother, but there's a reason you're itching. You see, I'm going to do the holistics to help you understand why you're itching. And you're itching because you haven't had your scalp detoxed. You keep going straight to the bowl and only shampooing your hair, which does not remove your sweat buildup, especially if you know you've gone more than 5 days, 3 to 5 days without shampooing your head. You know you have buildup on the scalp. That would be just like going 3 to 5 days without taking a bath. The same exact thing is going to happen to your body on day 3, 4, and 5. You're going to start to itch. Your skin will begin to flake, and that's not dryness either. This is another brainwashing component of society that I didn't like. So I decided to come with the knowledge. So I did the research, and the only individuals that are adding oil to scalp buildup are those that have not done the research. Because once you do the research, it proves and shows that the buildup is still there. Even shampoo don't get it off. The only effective approach that I have found, I've used all kind of combs, devices, sprayers, all kind of stuff that I've used to combat my community's scalp problem. And nothing is doing it better with the type of combs that I have found, because it is lifting and removing so much more. And I mean, it increases the blood flow. My clients got this amazing new hair growth coming in at the scalp that they didn't have before joining my hair and scalp restoration program. So I'm now prepared to bring the knowledge to anybody that wants it. And I know it's not everybody. I know a lot of professionals behind the chair could care less about their clients' real overall hair care composition. They just want to style it. And listen, it's 2 different services and 2 different lanes. Hair styling is one thing. Hair care is another thing. It's totally different conversations when you're booking hair care appointments. Oh yeah, Ron, the holistic approach for skin is coming up next. I just got to get done with this. I've launched the education department now with the holistic approach for hair, which includes scalp. Scalp is skin is the tip of the iceberg for my holistic approach for skin. So, as you know, everyone, I've already kicked off my training tour. My first stop is Phoenix, Arizona, March 24th. I'm getting ready to set some dates here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm also prepared to set some dates here in Denver as well. I offer so much now. I can either become your hair and scalp hair care coach, holistic hair and scalp coach for you at home, or you can come to me. I'll do everything for you, so much better than you can do it for yourself at home. Or you may say, well, I want to be trained. I want to offer hair care. I would like to learn how to detox my clients' scalps. That I can train you and coach you on a professional level, because one thing I know we do not have in this industry are experienced mentors and coaches that are not afraid to take time out of her busy day to help you with your business because mine is set. I've already leveled up from being a stylist and have obtained the reputation of being Colorado's premier hair growth specialist. I mean, I was doing okay when I was styling, but I wasn't making this kind of money, and I surely didn't have this many clients when I was hairstyling. So this is a much higher level, it's better money, and you're providing better services for your clients when you begin to care and you level up and transition out of styling. So I'm prepared to teach anyone, and I'm looking for any individual, because you do not need a beauty license to take any of my trainings, nor become a mentee of mine either. But those services will be coming to my booking link soon, where you'll be able to have uninterrupted and undivided attention from me, and I'm going to cater to you and your business. And I'm going to help you come up with holistic business strategies to help you, whether you're a braider, whether you're a barber, whether you're an esthetician. Doesn't matter whether you're just the homegirl next door. I can train you too, because it doesn't matter who does what I do. And Dora and beauty school does not teach what I teach. I didn't decide to come with another hair cutting class. We got teen hair cutting classes in the world. I didn't want to come with another hair coloring class. We got all kind of different hair coloring classes that us professionals behind the chair can go take. And then I don't need another hairstyle. We need to address why the hair isn't growing, why it's shedding so much, and why it gets so tangled in the ends. Listen, even my white girls are struggling with that type of thing. I thought it was just a black hair thing, but it's not. It's a worldwide thing. Hair loss is even affecting children. I just had a mother book her 12-year-old daughter because she's losing hair. Uh-oh. I said she must sweat a lot and must be in athletics, because 12 years old and she got hair loss. She has scalp buildup and needs to be detoxed. Nurses are the biggest. The biggest who? What's the HOS? I thought I was crazy for trying to drink the water. Nah. Oh my, that's not good to lose hair that early. No, it's not, Key. Please subscribe, because you've connected already. And I know I'm different. I'm not supposed to care. Beauty school didn't train me to care about nobody's scalp. I'm not supposed to be removing your buildup. I'm supposed to let every client pay me and leave with a whole bunch of scalp buildup on their scalps. Or I'm supposed to just cover it up with oil. I'm very well aware of what beauty school inspired me to do, you know. And then I guess it ain't beauty school's fault that I did not go back to get any additional education. So I came out of beauty school and I've been and thought that I could keep doing what I learned in beauty school and on humans, and wondered why I was struggling when it came to wavy textures. So I'm in Denver, Colorado, Toussaint. Make sure you subscribe, because like I said, I'm looking now for individuals, because I just completed my press kit. I'm very proud, because I didn't even know what that meant, because I never had one before. But I now have a press kit, because I am now ready to present you all with a proposal if you would like to get me into your community to either bring my holistic hydration clinic. Ooh, where you'll leave knowing how much water your body mass needs and the right kind of water. We're going to do a nice little water taste testing exercise. Or I also have a holistic mental wellness series that I've also created myself, that I administer here for the city of Denver, where I've already led and facilitated 8 groups here in Denver, Colorado on a holistic mental wellness level. I have a 6-hour series that I've created, and I can come into your city and town and assist you in your community that way. Or you may say, no, I think my community needs some help with these professionals, and I think my community needs some help with these individuals behind the chair. Then pull me into the city and let me train the barbers, let me train the braiders, if they dare. But this is definitely going to pull the real professionals up out the crowd, those that really care, those that really want to do more. Listen, I've had stylists already tell me, oh, Tanya, you're doing too much, and you got your clients spoiled. Well, that's probably why I'm making 6 figures a year only offering one service. I don't offer extensions and hair color and relaxers or haircuts. You can't book none of those salon services with me, because I am a real practitioner now, and practitioners only offer one service. I do follow the rules. I don't just use names for clout. I live a full holistic lifestyle. That's why I do this all the time, because I'm all about the yin and the yang and balancing us out, because I already know our brains are super distracted nowadays. This industry got my young girls thinking that you can you can put moisture into your hair with conditioner. It also has my young girls thinking that they can hydrate their skin with oil. And that's so sad that they've done a great job confusing the youth that are behind me. So it is my job now to clear the confusion and provide it and give it to those that want it all the way straight with no chaser. You know, you got to have tough skin to level up. You got to have tough skin to want to care for your client's hair and not just hairstyle it. You got to be ready for better money, for better clients, because it's a different type of client booking a hair care session than a hairstyle session. A client booking a hairstyle session, she ain't trying to come back. And she only came to you because you had an opening. She don't care who you are or what you do and how you do it. She just wants her hair done. Somebody booking for hair care searched for you. They're looking for what you offer, which is scalp care. Everybody tells me, oh, I passed up all these other salons in Denver, Tanya, because I see you offer scalp care. I also see that you don't be chopping off nobody's lunch. Sure don't. And I also see, Miss Tanya, that you educate. You're not a gatekeeper, because I know a lot of brown skinned individuals, they bark about knowing that about healthy hair care and that they know how to grow hair. Then it's time to do a class then. Either shut up or excuse me, either put up or shut up. But you can't keep talking about what you know and you have not offered a class. Shh, shh, you know, shh, until you're ready to share. Like me, I'm ready to share. So I'm ready to teach everybody everything I know about tap water. I got water knowledge. I can teach you about the climate. I got climate knowledge. I really think 9 News should hire me to be their meteorologist. I'll be fun. I have everybody tuning in to my newscast. Shoot, I'll be like, how y'all doing today? How's y'all's pH? Well, my pH is balanced, but today we've got sunny clouds coming in at 5 p.m. We've got a snowstorm heading over the Rocky Mountains now. I would be like, I'd be so good. But I'm best at reversing your hair loss and getting your hair to grow. That's what I'm best at. But I also have all these lifestyle benefits. So I am, again, Miss Tanya Mason. I am your holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner. I'm the only brown skinned woman coming with hair care education and not no more hairstyle. We done with all that. We ready to level up. We're ready to learn, aren't we? It's 2025. We're ready to understand where moisture really truly resides. We're ready to understand what you really need to use if you want to get some of that hydrogen up into your system or your life, right? It's time to clear the confusion. It's time to level up, and I'm prepared and confident enough to do it for you, to help you get there. Shoot, that's what God wants me to do. You know what I'm saying? They're coming. Glow Up With Me is that Miss Gwen? Yes, my online classes are class. Let me be clear now, because when you start building things and you become a real creator like I am, I've created so much, you stumble along the course of a creation. Sometimes you got to step back and you got to look and pivot and erase stuff and redo it. So I thought I wanted to drop a whole boatload of classes. Nah, I want my classes to be effective, and I definitely want you learning something. I don't want nobody wasting their money and their time with me. So I got to make sure that they're on point. So we're dropping one class at a time, and every single model that I do is another master class, because when you hair care, you shift and adjust to every single client. You don't do the same thing that you do to the last client when you're hair caring. That's what you do when you hairstyle. You use the same products and do the same thing on everybody. So, oh yes, I would say, forget Madam CJ Walker, because I done surpassed her. You see, because I have a whole brand. Ugh. And I'm now an author. Madam CJ Walker, she didn't write a book, y'all. But I've written 3 of them, and I'm coming with my first one. It's in the editorial phases now. I have my publisher. She's already on deck, ready to start booking me at beauty schools. Oh, or maybe on the Today Show, you know what I'm saying, and do a segment with me about hair care and how to reverse your hair loss, especially if you're living in a certain climate, you know. Or like I said, get me to your city. I'm now prepared. I've done what I was supposed to do, which is learn, research, test, and study to sort through all of this confusion. Like thinking you can remove scalp buildup with shampoo. You can't. If that was the case, none of all of these clients would be coming to me having all this buildup on their scalps, because they do wash their hair. Everyone does. That's like telling me, oh, Miss Tanya, I drink a lot of water. You must not drink enough water because you still have fatigues. But questions, because I'm about to go get her, and we about to get down in here. Y'all about to watch me welcome a woman that's returning. She decided to go get braids, and she's going to admit to y'all today how them braids broke her hair off and how she saw the difference in the results when she was hair caring for her hair. And she's going to share with you all the results that she gets when she chooses to hairstyle. So we're going to talk about all this today live with one of my clients. As soon as she gets here, it's snowing today, so I'm waiting for her. So she's not here yet. My clients text me when they arrive so that I can go meet them at the front door. I escort all my ladies in and out. Just because I like to be bougie like that. I like to be different. I like my clients to feel super extra special. Like I call all of them beautiful. I don't be calling my clients boo or girl. That's disrespectful. Well, that's unprofessional. How would you like it if you popped into your dentist chair and your tech was like, boo? I'd be like, what'd you call me? You know, there's a place and time for everything. Also, we don't gossip in here. We don't got time to gossip when you hair care. When you hair styling, you will gossip the whole session. You're gonna talk about the last client. You're gonna talk about who was on TV last night. How many genders are there? What? Aaron? Okay, she's here. So I'm about to, Aaron, rephrase your question. And y'all go get some water, not coffee or tea. Go get some water and I'll be right back. I'm about to go get my client. So, be back. Have to make sure okay, I'll be right back. Ooh, I found a cheap vendor in LA. Yep. I went to the fashion district last weekend and I got all these scrubs. These are only like $32 a set.
For real?
And they're, I promise to God. And they're high end. They're the ones that's got the pockets.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
need
not
that.
Yes, I got you. Make sure you text me.
Okay.
So welcome back. This is my Kiki. Hi. So I already did a little introduction,
Okay.
and I want us to be honest and transparent because you are getting ready to help a whole bunch of other young ladies who braids too.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about it because there's rules to every game, and even when you braid, there's do's and there's don'ts in order to make sure you're retaining your hair. So one thing about her, she cares. about her hair. So although she hairstyled, she is smart enough that she noticed the change in her hair and she knows, like, okay, I need to go get some help. So she's back to commit to every 2 week sessions, every 14 days, to restore anything or any hair that she's lost without making her any shorter. That's the beauty of coming, right?
Yes.
All right, let's get started.
Somebody said, does it matter?
Huh?
Somebody commented, does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Does it matter?
Yes, it matters. Everything matters. It matters. That matters. I matter. She matters. You matter. Everything matters. Absolutely. So here in my holistic suite, first thing I do is I close the curtains because I offer private and confidential sessions. Let me move this to another spot. It would be better back here. And then they can hear me. Erin, be careful, sweetie. You gotta be respectful. I mean, if you're one of those ones that are intentionally rude and disrespectful, you're gonna get removed from our lives. So you gotta be real careful with what your thumbs do here, okay? I'm not like the others. I'm real different. I'm kind of trippy, so you gotta be careful with me. I got triggers. Had to learn the triggers in life. But welcome back. Welcome back. So we're back to gain some length. Because growth ain't your problem. We know this. But here in Denver, let's talk about, is that okay, babe?
Yeah.
Around your neck. We got this different climate, and it's getting drier. Last time I saw you, it was not as dry as it is now.
Yeah.
It's getting worse. And so it's causing us to sweat more. And because the air is drier, now it'd be different if we was down in Florida, our sweat buildup would not turn to a solid.
Yeah.
But here, we're sweating more, and so it's drying faster, and we got more of it. So we've got more suffocation and growth blockage on the scalp than we did last year this time. So I got new combs. As always, so you gotta let me know if the pressure is too much
Okay.
or not enough. Okay? I may get to some areas where you'll say, well, I don't even feel nothing. That's an area that we've got layered and built up, okay? And you just gotta let me know, like I can hardly feel it right there, okay?
Okay.
So like right here, I already know to concentrate in the areas that are thin, because that clearly shows that you've got what's called a dip, and right here I can see it. You have a dip in your head right here. So you will get more buildup here than you do here and here. And you're going to have less growth here because you got more blockage here on the surface. That's why you're thinner here than you are here and here. I wasn't paying attention to that last time you were in the chair. I was researching and I was still trying to run business, still trying to do what I do, but I was noticing all of these differences and needed to know why. Like, why is it thin there and not thin over here? If it's the peel that made our hair fall out, then how come all your hair didn't fall out?
Yeah.
Then you should have alopecia in your coochie hairs, your underarm hairs, your eyebrow hairs, right? Not just in the head.
Yeah.
Right. So I've done so much more research since the last time you were in that now I can provide you with an even better growth result than we did before. Even though I gave it before, I feel now it's even more. And we don't have to wait as long. You're doing okay?
Yeah.
So, you just came out of braids?
Yeah.
How long did you wear them? First, no, let's back up. What kind of braids did you get?
Knotless braids.
So they were knotless, so those are the individual ones? And knotless means what? Because that little term confuses me. Because
When
you braid it in instead of...
Yeah. So it's just without the
So
knot.
you-
So you know how like we used to wear box braids and it'll have like you can tell it's a like
a
the little
extension because
yeah.
it has that knot.
Yeah.
So knotless, they're
just
braiding
without it.
off.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. So what's the purpose of the change? Is it supposed? What does it do?
I feel like it's better for my, like when I used to have the knots in it.
Yeah.
It'll take out that like specific part of my hair too. So with the knotless, it doesn't do that. So I've been wearing wigs and braids, and I felt like every time I took a wig out, it'll like mess my hair up.
What do you mean? Be clear. What do you mean messed it up? Like was
Like,
it frizzy, or you seemed like you had less hair?
Yeah, less hair.
See, we're not being clear with some of the results of these common choices. There's a lot of girls wigging because it's pretty. You be sexy, Miss Tanya be thinking about putting one on. I'd be real pressure. But not everybody is noticing the results.
Yeah.
And I think more women are noticing the results, but they just don't have anyone in their community to provide the scalp detoxing because everyone takes everyone straight to the bowl. And some braiders are not even shampooing you. I heard that y'all got to shampoo your hair yourself. Did you have to shampoo your?
Yeah.
How much did you pay for the braids?
Altogether,
Yeah.
it was probably, well, it also depends on like what length that the braids are too. So probably like 230.
230?
Yeah.
And you had to wash your hair yourself? Wait. That's not funny. Because you did the hardest part.
Yeah.
Braiding is not the hard part. It's shampooing, getting it blow dried, getting it detangled to braid, right? Wow. Do I got any braiders in here with me today? Because we need to, I want to take you to lunch. Ooh, she said, damn, I'm bald and I feel to go do my hair. Well, I now realize that baldness sometimes is a choice. I see a lot of women walking around now. That's becoming like a fad or a style or trend to cut all your hair off. I know why they're doing that. And that's because they have no one in their community to detox their scalp. So their sweat buildup has built into their dips and humps and crevices. I prove it to everybody, just like I do you. I point out our skull structure. That's where the sweat lies and collects the most. These are the areas that people have the less growth in. Because what's crazy about hair loss and the scalp detoxing, man, it does two things. It prevents growth, but it also is going to increase your hair loss because it's the salt that's turning to a solid. That's what I'm lifting, and what has dried. Water don't turn to a solid, so it's the 10% of salt that's in our sweat that turns to a solid. Once it turns to a solid, your pore is suffocated, and the hair can't come through the pore. I show so many clients this, which I can do for you. I know you're a returning client, so it's not as important for me to do your scalp analysis because you know why this needs to be done. You're not doing it. You're still doing okay. But not only does scalp detoxing remove all this dandruff and hair growth blockage, but it also provides an amazing massage that increases the blood flow. And this is also something else that most individuals are not doing. You're not you're exfoliating your scalp before you shampoo, and you're not massaging and increasing the blood flow. I tell a lot of individuals, well, no wonder you have no hair growth, because my clients that are doing those two things in addition to cleansing properly and we silk press without any heat protectant, they're retaining so many more of their hairs that the natural hair growth becomes noticeable now. Like, oh my God, I'm now getting longer because we've reversed the hair loss. It's a holistic approach to hair growth. We don't have to take any biotin pills. We don't have to take or use any biotin shampoos either. We don't have to use any growth serums on our scalp, none of that. All we do is follow my holistic approach every 14 days, and it reverses our hair loss and makes our hair grow faster. Shoot. So if it meant us hanging upside down from a stop sign and putting gasoline in our hair, we would be doing that too, because we care, number one, about our hair. Not everyone does. And number two, we want better and we want more than what we got. So we're willing to pay whatever, and we're willing to commit and be patient to get it. Because this woman here with me, she knows that this is a proven approach. She knows that I take photos. I don't just verbally tell her her hair is growing or try to convince her that my product is making her hair grow. Do you know how many companies and people right now are trying to brainwash individuals into believing that a product grows your hair? That's like saying we got to take a pill to fart. That's something God gave you that you have no control over. But if you are not caring for the scalp, you can't expect growth. And you're going to expect hair loss. Absolutely. Because treatment of your scalp, we've been doing that for years, and that's not enough anymore. You have to detox before shampooing. That's my spiel. And let me see. So how was your driving? Is it still crazy out there?
Not really.
Would y'all like to watch up close me detoxing her dandruff off of her surface? Because you just have dandruff. Some people have dermatitis, and some people have psoriasis. I now know the difference between the three, and I share all that knowledge in my Holistic Scalp Detox training and workshop. Workshop means you're not going to pay to come to my class and just sit in a chair and bob and weave around the individual in front of you. No, you're going to get out your seat and you're going to actually apply technical skills and practical skills. I need to ensure that you're aware of the proper angle and pressure to ensure that you're thoroughly removing the buildup from the scalp. And it feels amazing to the scalp. Scalp, does that feel good?
Yeah, it does.
Brandy, she said it does. It's like head sex. Because I love getting mine done. I even do my own, and it's like using a vibrator. It kind of feels good, but it feels so much better when somebody else does it for you. I'm an experienced woman. I've been through a lot. I done played with a vibrator before. I don't know about y'all, but I'm grown, sure. I done a lot in my time. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. Because I'm a true goddess. And that's why I was put through all those challenges, so that I can help others feel comfortable and confident with going through their challenges. Be like, girl, I was homeless too. I did it. I did it with a baby in the back seat, shoot. But I did it and didn't like it. I didn't go buy a tent or nothing and lose my car. I decided I didn't like that. And I was like, well, okay, don't want to be homeless. So I guess I'm going to go get me an apartment and a job. I didn't like being cold at night and having to start the car over and over again just to keep Deja warm. Whew, that was a trip. And so, let's talk about the full approach, because I know I concentrate on certain things, which today I was concentrating on the scalp. But everybody, the reason I call my brand the holistic approach is because, let me go over holistics, because I've asked about 15 clients now what the definition of holistics is, and they're booking it and don't know what it means. That's sad. So I need to start educating more on what holistics really means. And a lot of mindsets seem to assume that holistics has something to do with the natural world or community, and it does not. I was a natural hair care specialist for 16 years, and I don't do anything or use anything that I was doing and using when I was a natural stylist. I also do the other part of the definition of holistics, which is finding the alternative solution. I've done so with a lot of different things based on what beauty school taught me. Like, for instance, beauty school taught us to only shampoo our hair twice. Well, guess what? Sometimes a lot of times, the hair needs more than 2 shampoos, and I now know the signal that our hair gives us when we know the hair is thoroughly clean. And 9 times out of 10, it don't happen in just 2 shampoos. Especially if you have someone who has come out of braids, like this client in my chair, who I already know she's gone at least 2 weeks without washing her hair, if not a month or two, because this is the common what's called schedule of wearing braids nowadays, which is way too long. That's just way too long. And this is why individuals are noticing the breakage. Your hair can only really suffer neglect for about 2 weeks. That's about as long as she can handle being by herself and on her own. After that second week, she's going to start to get hard on the ends, and then she's going to start to get a little frizzy as well. And as long as you're frizzy or have hard ends, oh no, we don't cut. And be careful with what you say, OMF Google, because we don't cut in here. Cut is a bad word. I talk people out of cuts. Beauty school taught people how to cut. I don't do that. I'm a practitioner. So let me reintroduce myself, everyone. I'm a holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner, not a stylist. This is not a salon, and I don't offer hairstyles. I offer hair and scalp care on a holistic level. Totally different than when you book a hairstyle. So please watch your mouth, Mr. Google. I'm never gonna cut nobody's hair off. That's the problem with the world today, is mindsets like yours, thinking that all hair needs to be chopped off or cut shorter. No, 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 no. There is a whole world of individuals that do not want their hair buzz cut. So that's an extremely bad idea, Mr. Google. Go put that on Google. Go put, ooh, people don't want to be haircut. Is that true? You're going to have all type of people jumping out the tents and stuff at you. Like, no, that's why we don't go to the salons, because we think we're going to get buzz cut, like Mr. Google said. Tanya, don't be mad. Oh, I'd be mad. What you mean, don't be mad? What else? Oh, yeah, I'm mad. Especially when you find out how many years you've been brainwashed and misled, and how many years you believed that you can skip your scalp and expect to have, what, eternal hair growth? Mm-mm. So yes, I get triggered from here from time to time. I'm human. I'm not a machine. Machines never get mad. You know what I'm saying? But if you're human, you do get mad from time to time. Even you, Eduardo. Where is everyone joining me from today? That's important to me too. Because I'm hoping that you all have barbers or stylists or any scalp care professional, whether they're a dermatologist or a trichologist. Check to see if they offer scalp detoxing. And if they don't, you should say, hey, y'all should consider taking this certification and training so that you all can lift and remove and offer an alternative solution to covering it up with oil. Maybe some people really want it taken off. What's up, New York? Who else is in the building with me? I did the research with New York. Y'all got scalp buildup problems out there. You guys aren't as humid as I thought. I guess the whole world is experiencing global warming right now. But we're definitely under attack. Where are y'all joining me from? Vaughn, where are you joining me from? Check in tribe, put tribe and the state that you're joining me from so I can see who's with me today. You okay right here?
Mm-hmm.
You got a sore right here from scratching. You just gotta be careful and make sure when you feel that itch, you use your finger nub, not your fingernails. Oh, I even have oil for you today.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That, because you ladies are going 14 days, you're going to start to itch on day 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
So to get to shampoo day, which is coming back to me, you're going to use the oil in those areas only. I put it in a little sexy valve that will allow you to stick it straight down to your scalp, squeeze it, and it goes only to your scalp.
Oh.
Then you just kind of rub it like that, and it just kind of melts to from your head heat and soothes. It will lubricate the buildup in that area, because we use oil for what it's for in here. And it'll soothe your itching and get you here to me without you scratching and causing the sores. So that's the alternative solution, and it also helps build up to lift easier too when you come back, because some ladies have dermatitis on their scalps, and that's a much soggier scenario. So the oil helps to kind of make it even soggier than it is and makes it easier to get it up. Sometimes I have to detox some women after I shampoo them because I got so much oil on the surface. They got this heat pumping today. Yes, you're right. Jesus does love you, and I love you too. God has appointed and anointed me to educate the world on this essential and upcoming amazing Indian massage and detox. You know, there's an alternative solution to the Japanese massage and spas that they're opening up now, because I've researched them, and guess what? They don't even style you. You just get blown out, and they just kind of tickle in your head for about an hour and put a bunch of oil in it for you. Well, you could do that at home. So I'm looking for them to also add, so that they can cater to the community that may be struggling with itchy scalps, lack of hair growth, or excessive hair loss, to provide a holistic hair growth solution and a holistic hair loss solution. And when you take my trainings, I also educate on how to add this to your menu, how to price it, and also how to roll it out to your clients, because scalp detoxing is not something like you gotta do a whole bunch of social media posts to solicit clients for. It's something you add to your menu or to your services. Like if you braid, I'll educate you and help you on how to do the shampooing easily and how to detox the scalp, and you'll make an extra $100. If y'all making $230 to just only braid, you can make an extra $100 if you did the scalp and the shampoo. Man, and it don't take nearly as long as it takes you to braid the hair. It's only like 30, 40 minutes. You okay right here? Mm-hmm. So is New York the only place? I never understood why people put oil on their scalp after they wash their hair. Well, I now did the research. Miss Queenie. Ooh, Queenie, you a stylist? Please subscribe. I would love to either be your mentor. I want to be your educator. I'll even just be your friend if you want that. That's the only free part to me. But I definitely can share this education and research that I have learned about the scalp, because we all know beauty school just did not educate us about the scalp, and that's nothing to be mad about. It should empower you to want to take my training to understand, like, dang, I do need to learn a scalp care approach. I do, and you can't go nowhere in the world and get scalp care training. Nowhere. Nobody's offering what I offer. So this is exclusive training. You'll become the first stylist in your community to offer this and have people over booking you like I'm overbooked. So I do understand why people add oil to the scalp. I did do that research, and it makes so much sense. Like myself, Miss Queenie, my people are from up north. Um, we're from Iowa. And so people that grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, which was my hometown, we didn't have a lot of humidity. It's actually pretty dry up in Iowa. So the culture of adding oil to the scalp, that came from those that were raised in the South. Because down south, it's so humid, you don't really get to see your buildup because it never turns to a solid. But those down south, because I'm already talking to individuals that live in Florida, they're admitting that they kind of wash every day because it's my Latinas that are reaching out to me. But they're admitting, but I still itch. So why am I itching and I'm washing my hair every day? And it's like, number one, you're probably using the wrong kind of shampoo. And then number two, you're not detoxing your buildup off your scalp prior to wetting it. And then you should say, well, Miss Tanya, how am I supposed to dry my buildup up if I'm in an extremely humid climate? This is where I say, well, we're at a catch 22, and this is where the shampoo comes into play. You got to make sure you're using a certain type of shampoo in order to ensure that you are deeply cleansing and not just cleansing like with a moisturizer. So it's crazy because everything I educate and train on, it's designed to clear your confusion and to open up your brain and get you to say, oh, that makes sense. Or, oh, I never thought of that. Because that's what holistics is all about. Holistics is making you touch places of your body and your life that you never thought about before. Like a lot of stylists are doing hair dehydrated, and it shows. You're sluggish, your attitude sucks during the day. That's probably because you're dehydrated. I'm never sluggish. Some clients do give me an attitude. I am human. But for the most part, I'm energetic, I'm healthy. And that's because I drink enough of the right kind of water, everyone. I'm now hydrated. And when I was dehydrated, boy, oh boy, I had all kind of problems. And I did not know that drinking water would fix it. A certain type of water and enough of it would take those things away from me. I don't have headaches no more. That used to get on my nerves every day. Having to pop Tylenol and ibuprofen every day because something on my body was hurting. That's a sign right there that you're dehydrated. All right, we are almost done with the scalp detox. And then when you're offering a hair care service, shampooing is step number 2, not number 1. That's when you're hairstyling. Now, I know a lot of individuals are saying that they're offering healthy hair care, but if you're not addressing the scalp, that's not healthy hair care. I hope you get trained so you can learn some scalp detoxing, and then you can claim to offer healthy hair care. Ignoring the scalp, you okay right here? Mm-hmm. Ignoring the scalp is just like ignoring your gums. Brushing your teeth without flossing. I do know a lot of individuals that do so. And ain't nobody gonna take you to jail if you don't floss your teeth. That's on you. Same thing with your scalp. Ain't nobody gonna take you to jail if you want to continue just hairstyling and ignoring the scalp. That's fine. I do believe that clients that don't care, I'll also, energy has to match energy, will continue to book with you because there's a lot of clients that don't care about their hair. I know. I used to do a few of them. Used to is the key word. So I am almost done with her scalp massage and detox. And then we're going to go to the bowl. Well, my God, if they don't turn this heat down, I'm going to explode. It is hot. It's going to be so pretty. Did I send you a post-session guideline brochure last time you were with me?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll be sending you everything as I send the new clients. I did create a post-session guideline brochure designed to just help you at home, and it's all type of stuff, like what to do if you go work out and your hair gets poofy, What to do if your scarf pops off overnight and your silk press gets poofy. Just what to do if you struggle in between sessions. Because again, this is hair care, and that's what hair care providers do. They send you home with what to do at home in between sessions. Because when you care, you'll provide that for the client. So I'll give you all of that. And are you okay with wrapping, or do you do a bonnet at night?
A silky scarf and bonnet.
Good. And that keeps you straight.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I have learned all these different approaches, so it's like, okay, if I've learned to ask questions like, do it work? Did it stay on? Okay, then. If you're not struggling, I'm pleased. Only if we're struggling is when I want to work it out and help us do better. Okay. No, I don't. I would never put oil on my clients' scalps. I'm lying to you. I do have some severe dermatitis cases that have come to me where clients have suffered severe alopecia. Their layering of buildup is thick. So sometimes their buildup has dried and caked so hard that it becomes painful, or could be painful by just the comb only. So I do use a pure oil to soften the buildup, make it soggy, to help to remove those areas. But would I tell a client to oil her whole scalp? No, the oil is only supposed to go in the areas that you're itching, not smearing it across the whole entire head. That's so unnecessary and excessive. That could be why you're not growing, because you've got that much oil at your surface. And we all know how difficult oil is to get up and off. It's not easy to remove. So a lot of people have been what I call blinded to their scalp buildup because they add so much oil. It's like disguised. So they think they're okay, but yet those are the ones that are not growing or have way more hair loss going on in their edges. Like, listen, length ain't got nothing to do with hair loss. I just started a woman that got like 24 inches behind her back, but she ain't got no edges. Her hair starts way back here, and she has the biggest alopecia area in the middle. It's like, whoa, what's the length all for if you're losing your growth ability over time, you know? So that was difficult for her to understand that, yeah, you're long certain strands, but you're going bald up top and in your edges. So she too is here to restore her edges and to fill in that bald spot up top. Thank you, Queenie. I wish Queenie, what state you in? You want to join my team? I have a whole team. I have resellers that help me sell my product. So many stylists still do this. I know. Because nobody is directing them. They don't have a Tanya in their community to provide them with these alternative solutions and break everything down. I talk about things I know I was confused about myself. I didn't know where moisture was. I thought moisture was in conditioner. I thought I could hydrate my skin with oil. I thought oil was a dandruff remover. I thought healthy hair meant using conditioner. I thought you used conditioner with a soap press when you don't. It's supposed to be only shampoo. That's what a soap shampoo blow dryer was all about back in the day. Come on over. comfortable?
Yeah.
You ask clients things like that when you care, like, are you comfortable? Does your neck feel okay? When you don't care in your hairstyling, you don't say nothing to the client because you don't care if their neck is comfortable. I realized that. When I was a stylist, I didn't care about what that client's hair was doing. I just needed that money. Ooh, please do, Queenie. Where you at, Queenie? What state are you in, my love? Because I'm going to come get you. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to scoop up anybody that's ready to do more for their clients and go beyond hairstyling. I'm coming to get you. Is that water okay?
It's a little hot.
Okay. Check on the water temperature, too. Is that better?
Yeah.
Illinois, bring me to your city. Get in contact with your promoters and have them reach out to me, whoever your PR people are in your city. Have them reach out to me. And I need to get, is that okay? I need to get there so I can train you, Queenie. Or you can bring me out yourself. You may say, well, Tanya, I don't want a whole bunch of people doing what I'm about to do. I get that. So then you just got to pay more to get me out there to just train you. And I'll come train you individually. However you want to do it, let's get it done. That's what's up, Queenie, and I'll help you to establish a whole post-session program for your clients on what to say when you follow up, what not to say when you follow up, how to coach your clients in between sessions, because that's really what makes them come back to you, is once they feel that they've been cared for and catered to, that's how you elevate in the industry. Not giving them another hairstyle. They can go anywhere for that, right? Right. Everyone knows when they book with me, oh, Tanya's going to educate you. Oh, your hair is going to last for like 14 days. It's not going to be poofy the next day. And Queenie, I did not know that that was a thing because most women do not know how to wrap their hair. And if they are wrapping it, they're only wrapping it with only a silk scarf, and that's popping off at night. So they are waking up a little poofy and having to plug up a flat iron. And that's not safe. That's how you get heat damage, is putting heat to dirty hair. Let's be clear. It's just like our clothes. You can iron and starch clean clothes, but if you try to put that high hot heat on clothes when they're dirty, oh, you're going to damage the clothes. And guess what? You can't see the heat damage on dark hair. You just can't. And it's not always going to turn brown and detach. That means you burnt the hair. The heat damage, that means you scorched it. That means the hair is still intact, but you altered it so much through the heat that now it's become brittle and it's going to break. It's gonna break. Absolutely. Doesn't your dentist train you on your home oral care? Doesn't your doctor train you on your home health care? No? Yeah? Like, all I did, Queenie, like I said, I've always cared for everyone's hair. Some clients don't like it because I care more than they do. And I won't do the crazy stuff that they be asking me to do. But when you become a real care provider, that's your primary focal point, is assisting the client with what they got to do at home. Water okay? And once I give you my strategies, and I'm going to have you lock in. Queenie, question for you, my bud. I'm in Denver, Colorado, Queenie, where they said don't nobody know how to do hair out here. That's kind of true because everyone hairstyles. Nobody's offering any scalp care out here. Everyone is just skipping over it and ignoring it, and that's causing the clients out here a huge struggle. So clients out here are feeling that their money is getting wasted because they're going in, because some girls here is charging like $160 and you ain't getting no scalp care? Whoa. So clients are starting to realize that they want a little bit more. And if they get a little bit more, they're willing to pay a lot more for a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense for the client it makes sense for you behind the chair, you're going to definitely get more money. I'm going to teach you how to structure your prices. I'm going to teach you how to come up with the service descriptions, because some people do read. Had to check for the squeak. Now, I'm coming in with my moisture shampoo, which is what you use to post cleanse. When you've done a consultation and you know how many days your client has gone prior to coming to you, because this is something, Queenie, do you do consultations? Because this is something that I can't find a stylist doing. Stylists is just letting girls just hop into their chair. You could never book with me without us having a verbal conversation. You can't just text me. No. We got to do a verbal. Because I got to talk. Each client is different. We're not out here servicing mannequins. But that's what beauty school trained us to think and believe, that it's going to be the same exact scenario every time we do that haircut or every time we do that relaxer. No, it's all different every time. What's that moisturizer? Oh, it's just moisture shampoo. Moisture shampoos moisturize. They cover and coat. So I use a neutralizer first, is what I use to do my stripping and thorough cleansing. Now I'm using a scalp brush because I don't finger nobody. That sounded nasty, huh? But I don't finger nobody because that's what beauty school taught us to do to the mannequins, was use your fingers. So I use a scalp brush that has 0 hair loss in it. That's important. And it feels good. Plus, this is the only way you can clean these ends. You can't clean the ends with your fingers because the shampoo condenses them together, which I show this in training, how they're stuck together, and you can't cleanse between the hairs. Our hairs are round, they're not flat. So you see, when I'm bringing all this kind of gems and knowledge into your arena, you're going to be like, dang, I never thought of that. The only way you shouldn't be taking my trainings or getting me to your city is if you're already making 6 figures a year, over, like me, and you only offering one service. Then you shouldn't ignore me, and you should not get trained by me because you already doing it big. But if you're not, and that's what you would like, because everybody don't want 6 figures a year. Some like being broke. I had to do that research too. Like, okay, I am way different than a lot of females I talk to. I embrace that now. But I'm learning that there are a lot of us. I got one here with me now in my chair. She's like me. We care. She's bougie. She don't just rock with any old kind of thing. We don't be letting these dudes just do any old kind of things. Not to us. Because we're bougie. That's all right. I'll help you. Look, if you hire me as your mentor, we'll figure that out. I'll be helping you to understand or figure out, do you want to stay in that old school salon, or do you want to get your own suite? Do you want to be real smart about your money and take it home? You know what I'm saying? We're going to plan and strategize your business to better cater to you and suit you so you can maximize your earning potential. There's so much money out here to be made. Clients are just waiting for us to educate ourselves and get trained so that we can offer different types of services other than what we've been offering for the past 30 years. Silk press, twist, braids. We've been doing that for years. Even though I silk press, we ain't been scalp care. So we got a scalp care now. Yeah, Queenie, I want to meet you. How many years have you been doing hair? Alrighty, so who does that but Miss Tanya? Takes a phone call. Everyone would ghost, but I don't care because they'll come back in. They are. They'll be back because they love this part, the styling part. They be like, oh my God, the scalp detoxing part is so boring. Alrighty. Completely detangled, no relaxer. And she just came out of braids, so of course we have hair loss in the comb. But look how little bit it is. And this is her first session back, so this is the most she's going to get, and this is way less than most people are getting at home. Trust me, I did that research. So now we're going to add some mineral oil through my bougie atomizer, because I don't never put oil right on the hair. Oil is, to me, I add it on wet hair in here, because when you add oil to dry hair or dry skin, you're heavily lubricating and covering and coating, and that's not always good to do. So the best time to add your oils is when the hair is wet and when the skin is wet. Never add oils to dry hair or to dry skin. Now let's blow out using my Silverbird 2000-watt blow dryer with a pick. Beauty school taught me to round brush. That's how you get carpal tunnel, and that's for wigs and mannequins and stuff. And so if you have wavy hair like this in your chair, you want to definitely get your pick out, put it on, and then go to work. And watch me get down. No clips, no sections even. So difficult when ladies come out braids compared to ladies that have stayed on top. All your ends are there. So it makes it hard to comb through, blow it through. Um, this is why stylists struggle, because they don't do the consultations, so they don't even know how long you went in the braids, because everyone is not the same. Everybody will learn the same amount of time. But without knowing that, you're not gonna will you don't have the knowledge to understand that she's gonna have massive ends that are hard, you know what I mean? And if you're not using this blow dryer, you're gonna be still on this section fighting just to get it detangled. Look down, boom. Listen, I couldn't even blow dry through relaxed hair like this. You can't even blow dry through a mannequin like this. And she has 4C hair, which just means you have a whole bunch of it. And that means that you went too long and you're not caring for your hair, so you have a whole bunch of dead ends, which makes it difficult to comb through. That means it's unmanageable. And you have massive scalp buildup because you have not been caring for the hair the whole time you chose to neglect it while wearing the braids. I know a lot of young girls think that braids is a protective style, but it's designed to protect you momentarily. It's not designed for you to be wearing it weeks upon weeks upon weeks upon weeks. That's like wearing the same pair of panties weeks upon weeks. I mean, you can, but that's not good. Woo! Girl, don't hurt them. Listen, when you know you've done a good blowout, you can comb through the ends. I haven't trimmed her. Should not be tangled. That means you did not do a good blowout. And if that's you or it's taken you more than 10 minutes, took me 10 minutes or less to blow her out and I didn't have to use no clips. I'm already knowing that the blowout is quite challenging for you stylists, and I can help you obtain a much faster, easier blowout. We got to change your product. We got to change the type of blow dryer you're using because they ain't all the same. And you'll be like, dang, Miss Tanya, I'm doing my blowouts in 10 minutes or less too. I'm going to go right into smoothing her perimeter hairs with a pencil. I do not use a pressing comb. That's old school. The new school way is to use a pencil. Then I'm a silk presser. Y'all going to watch a Marcel iron silk press because I know a lot of stylists scared of these. I'll teach you how to not be scared, how to test and control the heat, and how to never burn. I don't ever burn nobody's hair. But I don't use conditioner, so y'all don't have to learn to ditch the conditioner if you want to be trained by me, because I don't use no conditioner, no heat protectant, no serums, none of that. We use pure oil in here, not a serum. There is a difference. Oh. Oh. My dad, my dad just gave me some money because I was crying last night about my struggles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He gave me $1,000. I'm gonna cry. Oh Lord. Now I smell like that. All right, so now we're going to get these edges. As soon as it finishes heating up, that's what I love about my new pencil. It has a temperature control dial. You can turn it up or down, and it goes all the way up to 460, killing the competition. Because the other pencils, they don't have a temperature control dial. I be doing the research. So if you want to know anything about products or tools, let me know, because I look deep. I do the holistic, so I'll make sure that it's something we need to be buying or it's something we need to stop buying. Oh, Lord, it takes forever to warm up. Amen. Good to have a dad to give you money. I didn't ask. I really didn't. I was just crying last night, Queenie. My dad is truly special. He is the Lord of my life and this brand because he has my back more than any man ever has, more than my husband did. Shoot. And I don't have to sleep with my dad. I don't have to give him no cookie jar or cookies, nothing like that. So I guess I should elaborate. As I was kind of bragging about and stating about the fact that I make 6 figures, well, the flip side to that lifestyle is that I'm spending 6 figures. That's the truth to that. And so, you know, we're coming out of the month of December. And for me, I got a 24-year-old son who's just turned 25, actually. I also have a mother. Her birthday is on the 15th. Then I got Christmas, which includes I got 2 grandkids. So that's a lot of money, in addition to my high overhead that I manage. Let me share some transparency. How much are y'all paying for rent? Let's do some engaging. Because I pay $2,000 a month for 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Now remember, I'm bougie, so I can't just live anywhere. And I like living around rich people. I don't like living around mediocre level people because it's just different stuff I've noticed that you put up with that you don't put up with when you live around people with money. Like, you don't hear humps coming through the parking lot. You don't hear that. You know what I'm saying? In them other complexes. But nonetheless, I got a little bit ahead of myself. So one thing I do that I will also mentor stylists to do is look at your numbers. I don't care how much money you're making. If you don't know how to manage the money, you're going to struggle and you're going to be in trouble. Um, have money problems. So I feel that I'm very responsible. I don't fold or nothing, but I do have a spending problem. And so what December's numbers showed was that I actually, I pay two rents too. I pay for this room. This is $1,180 plus my at-home rent, which is $1,950. So that's $2,900 that I come off of myself as well, Miguel. Plus I drive a Chevy Tahoe. That's $712 a month also. And the insurance, the full coverage on it is $250 a month. So that's another $1,000 right there. So my shop rent, my house rent, and just my vehicle is $4,000 off the top on the first. So I gotta get it. I gotta get it in order to manage and maintain. So last night, I dealt with a lot yesterday. I had a client that aggravated me. My mother aggravated me. Me and her got into an argument yesterday. So my day was off balanced. And so me and my dad talk every night. He's my Lord. And the conversation we were having affected me and I started crying. And we were talking about my money. And my dad knows he's very hard. He's a veteran, so he ain't got time to be nice and he's not interested in babying me. I low-key used to think he must have wanted a boy because I knew how to change the oil in my car at the age of like 15. I also knew how to change a tire. I knew how to drive by 8. He was very different and taught me a lot to this day. So last night, I got emotional and I started crying. And I don't cry often. I'm a very strong woman, so crying is not something I do. I know some people cry all day, every day. That's not me. So I think I affected Dad because he heard his baby crying last night. And as he heard, I was all flustered and irritated because I'm like, you're interrupting my session, Dad. He was like, just come to the side door. So I go to the side door and he hands me the money and he says, God bless you. He said, that's a blessing from God because we're also trying to be extremely spiritual nowadays as well. So that was huge for me. But my father was also the same individual that handed me $5,000 back in 2018 when he finally used my product. Because it's water. My own dad called me crazy in the beginning. And he was like, Tanya, water. And I'm like, Dad, this water is different. Like, it's softening hair like nothing else. And so he saw that I stayed consistent with it. I started researching, got it tested and everything. So let me tell y'all the story. So when I first found this water, my family and my friends thought I was crazy. My whole community was calling me uneducated, talking about, oh, she need to go back to beauty school. She talking about you don't need conditioner. What? She must not know what she's doing. She gonna tear up somebody's hair. So I'm like, really? Asking y'all to stop using something and you're gonna accuse me of tearing up your hair? So it's like, okay. But now I see why so many people were saying that. Those were them 20 and 30-year-old individuals that were born into the conditioner era. So you don't know nothing other than to use conditioner because that's what you started out using. I started doing hair in the 80s and we didn't have conditioner even on the market to be used. So anyway, I end up meeting this couple that was married that they saw that my product was good. They also knew that it worked because I had used it on her. So she was like, whoa, like this is different, right? So if you're anything like me, I got myself wrapped up into a partnership. And this is business knowledge right here. But yet I didn't know nothing about a partnership contract. But they did. They knew exactly what they was doing. They saw this uneducated brown skinned woman that's got this amazing product, and we're going to try to take it from her. So they tried to take my product, and thank God I grew a brain the day we were in the bank getting ready to open the bank account, because that was the last step to launching the website. We had spent so much money. Long story short, I had to dissolve that business because they tried to take 40% of my business from me. And that's where I realized, like, I'm not stupid. Like, y'all can't have 40%, so we fell out. And it was so much that I lost. That it hurt deeply. I was very upset. I did not want to sell my product. And it was like a family order. It was like, don't nobody talk to me about this product. I just want to go back to being a hairstylist. I don't care no more about trying to save the world and provide us with better hair care. Because at that point, it was too much. The community's calling me uneducated. Now I messed up and had to dissolve my business. So I'm just going to, at that point, do hair. I'm not going to worry about the product. So fast forward, my family, including my father, was very clear on how I felt about the product. So, like I said, one day Dad decides to use my product, and he saw that it worked. He actually used my water on his vehicle because I had told him that I noticed that the water also cleans the leather in our vehicle like nobody's business. So he calls me just like he did today, on the drop of a dime. And he tells me, Tanya, come ride with me to the casino. Now, mind you, this is a Saturday night. I done just got done doing hair. I'm tired. But it's Dad, so I'm like, all right, come get me. So he does. He comes and gets me. And we start heading up to the casino. Okay. We get so far up, and then Dad, he turns the music down on me. So I'm not knowing what I just walked into. So the question he asked me was, Tanya, how much money is it going to take for you to get this product off the ground? And you should have seen how I turned and looked at him. Because, I don't disrespect my father, but I think I said to him, Dad, didn't I tell you not to talk to me about the product? Like, I don't want to discuss it. You know what he said to me? He said, Tanya, just answer the question. So now I'm even more irritated because I'm like, and you're not listening. You're being hard-headed. So you're irritating me, Dad. And he just kept saying, answer the question. Answer the question. So just to get Dad up off my back, I remember I did a real quick computation of computation. Is that how you say it? Computation? And accumulation of all the stuff that I had to walk away from by having to dissolve that business with that company. So I knew it was about at least $5,000 that I had spent and had to walk away from. So, Carolyn, what you doing thumbs down to? Be clear. Thumbs down what? Yes, Susan. And it's a flat iron. Most stylists only have curling irons. I got flat irons. Carolyn. Oh, she about to get removed, but I'm gonna allow her to clarify herself. Miss Carolyn, what you thumbs down in? Thank you, Peyton. Carolyn is a troll. She does it on every live. Oh, well then I'll remove her because I don't entertain it at all. Give me a second. There she goes. Let me remove this Miss Carolyn because she thinks that she can disrupt my live. Bet she can't. All right, so I tell him 5,000. Guess what he did? He turns the music back up on me. So I'm like thinking, Dad is being weird. He doesn't just mess with my energy because he knows I don't like talking about the product. And we go on up to the casino. Okay. As always, because we go to the casino together a lot, we have a great time while we're there. But as always, you end up spending all your little earnings and you get broke, and that's when it's time to leave the casino, right? So we're coming down, and I noticed that he's not heading in the direction to take me back to my car. He's heading in the direction to his house. So I'm kind of flustered, and I'm like, Dad, you got to take me back to my car. You know what he said to me? He goes, I know. So I'm like, here he go, acting weird again, because this is what happens when a blessing is getting ready to come your way. Things get uncomfortable and people start acting weird. Stacks. So we get to his house. I'm so irritated because it's late. I'm ready to go home. He still got to take me to my car, and then I got to drive from the shop home. So I still got a little bit of a journey. I'm sitting downstairs on the steps. I can remember this day like it was yesterday. He comes out of his bedroom, and he had folded it up so I couldn't tell it was a check. And he hands me the folded up check, and I open it, and it was a check for $5,000. And in the memo, Dad had wrote investment. Floored. So I started crying. Because I'm a crybaby sometimes. And don't worry, y'all. Miss Carolyn is bye-bye. That's what's up. Greetings, Kate Payton. Oh, I stand on a lot of things. I stand on holistics, and then I stand on God first, then holistics, then my business. Because without them first two, I can't do what I do for these ladies the way I do it. You guys are watching me Marcel iron a head of hair, and I'm not adding no heat protectant to her hair, and I'm not burning her hair either. This is the best type of tool to use, especially when someone has come out of braids, because she has suffered sporadic breakage is what I call it, meaning it's not every single strand. It's just certain strands that have broken because of the hair that the braiders add in. That hair is dangerous, and I can explain why if anybody wants to know. So anyway, back to Dad. He takes me home, and I'm so dumbfounded, just like I was when I walked in here. Because I'm like, oh my God, you never expect, I've never expected my father. I always thought it was the man that I was seeing, and ain't no man ever handed me no $1,000. And I realize I'm very blessed and favored to have a father, because I do know a lot of girls and women do not have their fathers in their lives. So I get it. I'm very lucky to have him. But look at that. Ooh, hiccup. I make it hiccup. Ooh, hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. And she has no relaxer. I didn't use no keratin, no protein, no conditioner, no heat protectant, no serum. And ooh, girl, it's pretty. So I have to admit, my father is everything to me. There's a lot of family members that are jealous of me and my father's relationship because we're that close now. And I didn't used to like my dad. I couldn't stand my dad when I was younger. And that's because he was so hard on me that I looked at that as hating. Like, Dad, you hating. Because he didn't want me wearing makeup. Dad didn't want me. He used to call every dude that I brought to the house a loser. And I'm like, he's not a loser. Just because he's a Crip, Dad, he's not a loser. You know, I used to think that gang members was everything. And Dad would be like, Tanya, what are you doing with the gang member? And I'd be like, Dad, we getting this money. He'd be like, you're so stupid. You don't get it. And I didn't get it because I promised you. That's how I ended up in the feds by the time I was 21. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. Girl, yes, I've been in jail 5 times. I'm not proud of it, but I'm not ashamed of it either because it got me to here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I used to always, I have a problem with money, just like I was admitting, right? I've always been infatuated with money more than anything else in the world, which is not good. That is very sinful to have a love of money like that. And that's why I've been through some of the things I've been through to break me from having that type of lust for things that are earthly instead of things that are holy. Mm-hmm. But yes, back in 1995, I leveled up from hanging around gang members and started hanging around drug dealers. And it was a very different culture because the gang members, all they wanted to do was just like sit around and drink 40 ounces and stuff like that and shoot craps, shoot dice. The ballers, they went shopping. They wanted to go out and eat. You know what I'm saying? We taking trips and stuff. Like, whoa. I got caught up in selling the stuff too. And then I tried it one day and got strung out on the stuff too. So I was in a real chokehold of life back then. I got indicted, went to federal prison, uh, been to jail 5 times. That's why don't nobody scared me. Because I didn't have to fight. But the last time I went to jail was with my daughter Deja. And I think God knew at that point because I was still living life improperly, thinking I'm invisible when I do things wrong. And me and her went to jail together. That was not only embarrassing, but it was painful. Because I'm in jail with my daughter. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And she was tripping. She had never been to jail before. So I think that was my way, true way in time where I was like, I don't like going to jail. Mm-hmm. I'm getting sick of talking to judges. The cuffs hurt. I don't like them rough blankets they be having in there. The food is nasty. So I don't like it. So that was 2018 was when me and Deja went to jail. And that was the year I decided to change my ways because I want to do better. I want to have better. I want to be better. I want to do better. So I got to change and do some different things. And I'm so glad I did. So at any rate, that was the story about my amazing father who supports me to no end. And when he handed me the money, I always declined it. And I said out there, I said, Dad, I don't need any money. He said, yes, you do, or you wouldn't have been crying last night. So I'm grateful, very grateful to God for him. And if there's any fathers on here listening or watching, and you know you're good to your daughters, it matters so much. And thank you. Because so many fathers assign their energy to the child that they have for the mom. And that's not fair to the child, especially if you got a daughter. Us girls need father interaction. We need that male um, um, presence to keep us focused and non-distracted. We got a lot of people that have over 10,000 people. because it's jello.
Oh yeah.
Learn to be strategic and everything makes sense now. She feels me putting the tension on her hair without burning it to get her bone straight like this. Plug ups just can't do this type of detailed work. They just can't. They don't get as hot and they don't have the same kind of grip that this has. So as I'm pulling down with this, I'm stretching her hairs out to straighten not just the long ones, but also, that's why it's stopping right there. Those are the shorter strands in between your longer strands. But you know you got to be better. Queenie, are you ready? You want a hair care or do you want to keep hair styling? Yes, I am. I have 3 girls and 2 boys. They are all young adults now, still trying to spend time. Oh, Mark! I love you, Mark. I hope I can meet you and hug you. You need to pop your collar. Do it like this. Because he said I got 2. Oh, excuse me. He got 3 girls. You got a 5. You got a starting basketball team. That's what's up, Mark. Go on and show up and show out then. Shoot. Are you still with their mom? I'm nosy. You can say none of my business, but ladies, that's one of the questions you need to be asking the dude when you start kicking it with him, like how many kids you got, how many baby mamas you got, because sometimes they can have 5 kids and 1 baby mama, or you might be signing up for 5 baby mamas. You just never know. So you got to ask these days, you know what I'm saying? And then you got to ask more questions. You got to do the holistic. So when he be like, yeah, I got a couple baby mamas, you know what I'm saying? The very next question is, are you cool with her? That's going to tell you a lot about that man, you know what I'm saying? Because if he too cool with her, you know what I'm saying, might not be good timing. But then you have to ask that type of things. Like, you got to keep going. Like, hey, you got visitation, you know, for the kids? Like, do you be getting your kids? Because some dudes be like, nah. Uh-oh, flag. Nah. You know? But anyway, Mark, I'm so grateful to you. Oh, thank you, KJ. You beautiful too. For real, for real. What's his credit score? All that. What's his credit score? You got to ask him, do he drink alcohol? Do he pop pills? Do he get high? You know what I'm saying? You got to ask him, what do you do when you get mad? Do you like to punch stuff or do you like to just pinch stuff, you know? You got to find all that out at the door to be safe these days. I be watching these shows that be having me like, wow, with what people be doing, especially these dudes. We are so willing as women when it comes to some good shaboing. Boy, it'll make us do all kinds of things we should want to be doing. All right, I'm coming up on completing the Marcel process, which is smoothing the hair and making it sleek so that I can now conduct my hair trim, which is totally different than a haircut. My hair trims do not result in the client being much shorter. Do you need me to do it before? Trim for it? Get your phone out for me. Fire up your camera. So shout out to the men. Shout out to the men that are them dope dads. Are you a dope dad? I got a dope dad. I think you and I are the same area. What you mean, Queenie? You in Denver? You in Colorado? Because if so, you can come in here and get trained. You don't have to travel. You ain't got to spend all that extra money. Sure don't. So I'm getting ready to provide her with a before photo before I trim her ends and an after photo because I'm not a chopper. I don't cut hair. I talk people out of cutting their hair. So a part of restoration is growing in what's been lost where the client comes in at. I never do blunt cuts in here unless the client tells me to, and you got to tell me 3 times, not just once. I'm going to make sure that you are aware of the result of your choice. So I take a photo before I trim and you show the client. Why be sneaky about cutting it off? All that's going to do is run the client off from you. And now you going to be worrying, wondering how you going to pay your public service bill for the week. Just let them see it. This is how you don't mess up and don't run your client off, and they won't be chair hopping on you because it shows you care. And I know beauty school did not teach us how to care. They just taught us how to hair style, not hair care.
Here.
So you want me to come straight across here, which will still leave these ends up here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is a start.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my trim all the way around.
Okay.
So when we get done, it'll still be there, but I will have addressed the whole head, so it'll be a better blunt cut than just doing it without doing the whole head. If that makes sense. All right, y'all, let's trim. Look, Queenie, most people do hate a blunt cut. I didn't know that. In training, I teach you these angles on what not to cut and what to cut. Because that's where stylists get in trouble when you're trimming, is you think you're supposed to cut everything, and that's when your hair cutting. You don't cut every strand when you're trimming. And once you take my trainings, you're going to leave understanding the difference, the crucial difference between the two. And you too will now be able to just provide your clients with an alternative solution, because not everybody wants their length cut off shorter when they book in a salon. Some people want to leave with the length they walked in at with, but just cleaned up and not as wild as it was when they came in. I don't know if y'all can see me working these ends, but you don't cut everything. Notice where my fingers are. I don't slide my fingers way out to here. I see so many stylists doing that. I also don't see clean and precise partings nor guidelines being used. All this like grabbing hair and just free chopping, you don't do that. That is extremely unprofessional, and beauty school didn't even teach you to do that. So I don't know what the end goal is when you're taking on those type of approaches. It's going to make your result choppy and shorter. So as you all are watching, I'm addressing all of her ends without making her any shorter. I'm only removing the strands that are protruding past everyone else. Those are the hairs that snag when clients comb through it at home. And once you provide a trim, the client can feel it's a much, much easier comb through. There's not all those snags occurring now, and she got to keep her length. There's this thing where stylists are like telling clients, oh, you have to cut that off. No, you don't. No, you do not. That's when you have to say, uh-oh, I need to go because I need to go somewhere else, because all of us behind the chair do not possess the same mindset. We didn't even all go to the same school, so we didn't all get the same educators, so we did not get all the same gems on what to do and what not to do when you have a human client in your chair versus when you're servicing weave or wigs. It's a totally different approach from the two. When you get in areas like this where the underneath hair is shorter, you got to pivot and switch your angle and approach. But this is what I train on in my master classes that are coming online, y'all. So even if you're not in my area and you can't get to me, I'll still be able to teach you what you need to know. Show me your photo again. Show me where you want to come up to. And now I need your phone. And then when you get done trimming, you take another photo for the client. Gotta clean it off too to get that real nice high quality photo. Oh, here's the front. It's okay. Better? I ain't cutting off no more because she's happy, so that's all that we need to do. It's her hair, not mine. It ain't mine. Now I'm going to smooth her ends because, or you want to be feathered? Or smoothed? You want to hang and swang, or you want to be feathered and smooth? You got it. Let me just bump your ends. Yes, get you some. No conditioner needed. You use this in place of conditioner. This is hydration. We see what moisturization does. Conditioner is a moisturizer. This is not a moisturizer. This is hydration. And I don't know if you know, but the research shows that the new leading cutting edge is providing hydration. No steamers needed. Oh, you don't have to waste your money on the little machine that blows out tap water steam. You don't want to be putting that on your client's hairs. That's disgusting. And my link is in the description. I gave you my training link, but if you'd like to order, you can also just click the lines above and then click on shop. Look at that. No relaxer, no conditioner, no protein. What's up, Mr. Chief? How are you? Happy New Year. Has everybody subscribed? No or yes? Can y'all give me everyone say tribe if you subscribed. Silky smooth and it's moving. Shake your hair. Shake your hair, client. See, this is where it kills everyone because everybody does straight and smooth, but does it move? Ooh, shake it again, client. But does it move? Wow! They going up. They like, yep, movement. I mean, I know a lot of stylists think that their silk press is healthy, but if it's stiff and it ain't moving, it's not healthy. That means you use conditioner and serum and a heat protector. Stay heavy. Okay. I'm sending you home with some oil. Wait, do you have IC at home?
No.
I'm gonna send you home with do you have the purse?
Yeah, it's right here.
Put it in your bag. And I want you to stay heavy every night, okay?
Okay.
Before you wrap, to keep your ends coated, okay? And intentionally coated and covered because of the shorter dead ends in each section. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just going through and lightly putting, you see that, a bend in her ends. So she has some additional flow and body. No product needed. I'll teach you how to handle hair without having to spray hairspray or spritz on it. That's also extremely unnecessary. Look, I had a stylist the other day. She was so bothered and shook it because I told her I don't use no gel. And she was like, "You don't have a drop of gel." No, ma'am. I don't have no conditioner either in here. I don't need none of that stuff. I'm going to teach y'all how to keep your profits and not run to the beauty supply store every Saturday because you need more conditioner and serum. When you choose to get trained and offer holistic hair care, you're going to keep more of your profits in your pocket. I promise you. It makes so much more sense on so many different levels. So what I love about smoothing is you can make big partings as you're watching, but I'm putting additional attention to the ends because we trimmed. We did not chop off all of the dead ends because length is more important to her. So we don't do a chop when the client wants to get longer. That's backwards practice. And these stylists that are trying to convince clients that, oh, you got to cut all that off in order for your hair to grow. That's not true because I don't cut nobody bluntly and everyone in my chair grows. So I bust that myth too. So it's like you got to understand there's more than one way to putting on a pair of pants. All right, so now we're coming up to the end. I'm getting ready to wrap up this client. We're gonna play in it a little bit once I get done. And then let's hold some Q&A. So anybody can ask me questions. That's when you know you're in the presence of a real educator. Like you can say, well, Miss Tanya, I thought moisture was in conditioner. And I'll tell you, no, that's not true. You clearly haven't done the research. And you've been brainwashed by the industry to believe that you can get moisture in a plastic bottle. Because you can't. And as long as, you can think and say what you want to think and say, but if you don't got the knowledge, you're going to keep struggling. You end up having to go get a job and do hair. And when you're addressing ends, you gotta go slow. I see so many stylists speeding. Silk press speeding. Issue y'all tickets like, you're going way too fast. You gotta slow down when you're using these plug-ups. And I use titanium. I don't use no ceramics. Those are the worst flat irons to use. Especially on black hair. Ceramics is like for weave and stuff like that. Oh, Jess Nabas, make sure you subscribe so we stay in contact. And I can do your hair. Y'all can fly me in. This is a new day and time. I know y'all got money. I see y'all traveling and y'all going and buying big cars and stuff. Some of y'all. But I just need everyone to know that you can get me to your city or town and either fly me in for yourself or fly me in for the community. How long have you been doing hair? I would like to say since I was 2, ways out, but I think it was 8 years old. I did hair for free for 10 years, Mark, because I never wanted to go into business. I wanted to be a drug dealer and a gang member. That's my truth. I never said I wanted to do hair. This stuff just happened. Oh, I dropped it. This stuff just happened over time because anything you're truly gifted at is going to evolve if you stay consistent with it. And even when I was homeless, Mark, I did hair. I'll call you and ask you, can I use your kitchen and your dining room to do a client? Because I think I've always had a gift. And I'm doing black hair, y'all. I mean, it's one thing to struggle with, white hair, but ooh, that is so healthy. Shake it, client. Now shake it. Woo! Makes me horny when I see hair moving, and we didn't do a relaxer. We didn't use a Brazilian blowout shampoo. We didn't use a keratin shampoo. All we used was a neutralizer, a moisture. Then we post-treated the tap water with my water, to remove the metals and stuff. I bet y'all never thought of that, huh? Y'all really be thinking y'all clean after you've rinsed your shampoo and conditioner out. Well, guess what? You're not. You got rust on you. You got lead all over you. Those are very harsh metals that I think causes eczema. Because I did that research too. But Mark, I like you. I'm gonna remember you on Father's Day. I'm gonna be like, I wonder what Mark and his girls and his boys are doing. Alrighty, so I'm about to wrap it up. Ooh, you're right. Tap water does cause horrible acne. Some people think that their acne is caused by food and diet. Nah, that's another brainwashing of the industry that the esthetician world does. Your pimples on your face, that's from your tap water. Bet you never thought of that, huh? So I'm about to finish her off with Icy Hair Polish Mist. It's a real light finish situation that I like using because it just gives that final beautiful sheen without weighing the client's hair down. So they still have amazing movement. Ooh, it feels so good. It feels like butter. And she's already accustomed to wrapping her hair. I teach my clients how to wrap their hair, what to wrap with, all that. Right. Here's my 30-minute notification. I have to have those now because I get to playing too much. I will get to, ooh, looks like satin, silky satin. It's beautiful. I don't care what nobody say. I get the healthiest hair in the world because it's hydration. So as you know, in the ends, it's going to give you havoc for the first probably 2 sessions. So now I know how to say things like, because I know they're going to get a little hard-headed-ish, you're going to want to make sure, like I said, you keep the IC on them. I didn't weigh you down tonight, so you can start tonight before you wrap because you want to stay more sleek and more coated. Blow dry. If you do get wild or poofy, that'll smooth you back out. All you got to do is wrap her, especially if she's still warm. That's how our hair reforms. It's a totally different ball game if you wrap your hair cool versus blowing through it with the blow dryer. And while it's warm, wrap it. That wrap will be whoosh when you come out in the morning. Okay, phone again. Let me get your phone. And no relaxer. Psh, I don't care if I did use conditioner. Hair never came out looking this good before. Ooh, is it about to die?
No, I have it. I don't know why it does that by itself.
Oh, that's okay. I was just making sure that we was not close to dying. $185. 2 hours and done. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you see that smile on her face? She's like, woo, I'm back. So, y'all say thanks, Kiki, for letting us into her session. She came in out of braids. We didn't have to use no conditioner, no serum, no heat protectant, or no relaxer. And look at how good and healthy her hair is. Thanks, y'all, for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Deuces. I love it. It's like a